Welcome to Farming Aid.
When it comes to premium beef in the United States, one breed consistently stands out above the rest: Angus cattle. Known for their exceptional marbling, strong maternal traits, and high market value, Angus have become the backbone of the U.S. beef industry. From ranchers to feedlots, processors to consumers, the breed's combination of quality, efficiency, and reliability has earned it unmatched popularity. In this video, we'll dive into the reasons why Angus dominate the American beef market, exploring how their genetics, adaptability, and economic advantages have shaped them into the industry standard. At the center of this dominance is marbling, the fine streaks of intramuscular fat that give beef its flavor, tenderness, and juiciness. In the United States, grading systems place a heavy emphasis on marbling, especially when it comes to achieving higher grades like choice and prime. Angus cattle have a natural genetic advantage here. They consistently produce carcasses with higher marbling scores compared to many other breeds. This consistency is critical because it reduces uncertainty for feedlot operators, processors, and retailers. When buyers see Angus genetics, they expect a certain eating experience, and that expectation is often met. The influence of marbling goes far beyond taste. It directly affects pricing. Beef that grades higher commands a premium in the market, and those premiums add up quickly across large volumes. Angus cattle help producers tap into those premiums more reliably. In a business where margins can be tight and volatile, that reliability becomes a powerful advantage. Producers are not just chasing higher quality, they are chasing predictability, and Angus delivers both. Another factor that strengthens Angus dominance is how well the breed performs in feedlots. Feed efficiency is always a concern, especially with fluctuating feed costs. Angus cattle are known for their ability to convert feed into weight gain effectively while still maintaining carcass quality. This balance is not easy to achieve. Some breeds may grow quickly but sacrifice marbling, while others may produce excellent quality but require more time and feed. Angus strikes a middle ground that works economically. But the story does not start in the feedlot. It starts on the ranch, with maternal traits that make Angus cattle highly attractive to cow-calf producers. Fertility, calving ease, and mothering ability are essential for maintaining a productive herd. Angus cows are widely recognized for their strong maternal instincts and high reproductive efficiency. They tend to calve without major complications, which reduces labor and veterinary costs. This is especially important in large-scale operations where managing thousands of animals requires efficiency at every step. The maternal strength of Angus cattle also contributes to the long-term sustainability of a herd. Cows that consistently produce healthy calves and rebreed quickly are more profitable over time. This reduces the need for frequent replacement and stabilizes herd performance. For producers, this means fewer surprises and more control over outcomes, which is invaluable in an industry influenced by weather, feed prices, and market fluctuations. Another reason Angus cattle dominate is their adaptability. The United States has a wide range of climates and production systems, from the humid southeast to the arid west. Angus cattle have shown the ability to perform well across these diverse environments. While they originated in Scotland, their genetics have been adapted over generations to fit American conditions. This flexibility allows producers in different regions to rely on Angus without needing to completely overhaul their management systems. Branding has also played a major role in the rise of Angus. Programs like Certified Angus Beef, supported by organizations such as the American Angus Association, have helped create a strong identity for Angus products. This is not just marketing hype. These programs set specific quality standards that go beyond basic grading, ensuring that the beef meets certain criteria for marbling, maturity, and consistency. As a result, consumers associate the Angus name with quality, and that perception drives demand. Consumer demand is a powerful force. When people walk into a grocery store or order at a restaurant, many specifically look for Angus beef. This recognition did not happen overnight. It was built through consistent delivery of a high-quality eating experience. Once consumers trust a product, they are willing to pay more for it, and that willingness translates back through the supply chain to benefit producers. Retailers and restaurants also prefer Angus because it simplifies their messaging. Instead of explaining complex grading systems, they can use the Angus name as a shorthand for quality. This makes it easier to market products and maintain customer loyalty. In a competitive food industry, having a recognizable and trusted label is a significant advantage. The dominance of Angus is also supported by data-driven breeding practices. Modern cattle producers rely heavily on performance records and genetic evaluations to make breeding decisions. Angus has one of the most advanced genetic databases in the industry. Expected progeny differences, or EPDs, allow producers to select animals based on traits like growth rate, marbling, and maternal performance. This level of precision accelerates genetic progress and helps maintain the breed's competitive edge. Because of this strong genetic foundation, Angus cattle are often used in crossbreeding programs. Even when producers use other breeds, they frequently incorporate Angus genetics to improve carcass quality and maternal traits. This widespread use further reinforces the breed's influence across the industry. It is not just about purebred Angus herds. It is about the role Angus plays in shaping the overall quality of the U.S. beef supply. Market structure also favors Angus cattle. Pricing grids used by packers often reward carcass characteristics that Angus are more likely to achieve. This creates a feedback loop where producers are incentivized to raise cattle that meet those specifications, which in turn reinforces the dominance of Angus genetics. Over time, this alignment between production and pricing has made Angus the logical choice for many operations. It is also worth noting the role of organizations like the USDA in shaping industry standards. Grading systems and quality benchmarks influence what producers aim for, and Angus cattle are well suited to meet those benchmarks. This alignment between breed characteristics and institutional standards has helped solidify their position in the market. Another important aspect is carcass uniformity. Processors prefer cattle that produce consistent carcasses because it simplifies processing and reduces waste. Angus cattle tend to deliver this uniformity, which makes them attractive to packers. When processors can rely on a predictable product, they can operate more efficiently and meet customer demands more effectively. The economic impact of Angus dominance extends beyond individual producers. It influences the entire supply chain, including feed suppliers, veterinarians, transporters, and retailers. A breed that consistently performs well creates stability, and stability is valuable in an industry that faces constant uncertainty. Angus cattle contribute to that stability by reducing variability in both production and product quality. There is also a cultural element to consider. Over time, Angus has become synonymous with premium beef in the United States. This cultural association reinforces consumer preferences and shapes purchasing decisions. Even people who may not fully understand the technical aspects of beef production recognize the Angus name and associate it with quality. Despite their dominance, Angus cattle are not without competition. Other breeds offer strengths in areas like growth rate, heat tolerance, or lean meat production. However, the ability of Angus to balance multiple desirable traits keeps them ahead. They may not be the absolute best in every category, but they are consistently strong across the board, and that balance is what the industry values most. As the beef industry continues to evolve, factors like sustainability, environmental impact, and animal welfare are becoming more important. Angus cattle are well positioned to adapt to these changes. Their efficiency and productivity mean that they can produce high-quality beef with relatively fewer resources. This will likely become an even bigger advantage as consumers and regulators place greater emphasis on sustainable practices. In the end, the dominance of Angus cattle in the U.S. beef industry comes down to alignment. Their genetic traits align with what producers need, their carcass characteristics align with what processors want, and their meat quality aligns with what consumers are willing to pay for. When all parts of the supply chain benefit from a single breed, it creates a powerful momentum that is difficult to disrupt. The dominance of Angus cattle in the U.S. beef industry isn't just a matter of tradition, it's the result of unmatched consistency, quality, and economic value. Their superior marbling delivers the flavor and tenderness consumers demand, while strong maternal traits ensure efficient, productive herds. Combined with high market premiums and widespread recognition, Angus cattle have become the go-to choice for producers and buyers alike. Their ability to meet the needs of every stage of beef production has cemented their place as the cornerstone of American beef. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated on all things cattle and beef production.